Raimundo's Pet Training Services live call recording.
Hello, I'm Scout, your virtual
Hello?
assistant. Hi there. Welcome to Positive Pet Academy. I'm so glad you reached out. How can I assist you today? If you're looking to get
Yeah.
started with training for your pet, I'd love to help you with that. Could I please start with your full name and the best phone number to reach you at?
Raimundo.
Thank you, Raimundo. May I also have your email address so we can send you updates and confirmations?
At gmail.com.
Now let's talk about your pet. What's your pet's name?
My dog's name is Shadow.
Great name. Shadow sounds like a wonderful companion. What type of pet do you have? Just to confirm, is Shadow a dog?
Yes, it's a dog and it's a small terrier.
Thank you for confirming. So, Shadow is a small terrier. How old is Shadow?
About 2 years old.
Perfect. Is Shadow spayed or neutered?
He is neutered.
Thank you for that information. Now let's talk about training. What are the main training goals you'd like to achieve with Shadow? For example, basic obedience, potty training, leash manners, or behavior correction.
So currently right now he needs behavior corrections because he's been barking nonstop, especially when I have visitors coming over. My visitors are being friendly and they're trying to come over, trying to say hi to him, but he just keeps barking nonstop. And I'm afraid one day that he's gonna, gonna bite them one day, especially, because they have little ones that are running around the house. So, sometimes I don't want them to be fearful of, Shadow over here. So I think, I want to get him, training behavior, get his behavior corrected, please.
I completely understand, Ray. It's important to ensure that Shadow feels comfortable and that your visitors, especially the little ones, feel safe around him. We can definitely work on behavioral corrections to help with the barking and make sure he's well adjusted when guests come over. Has Shadow received any prior training? If so, what type?
No, he's never gotten any training, and I hopefully this first time training, it's kind of recurring. So next time in the future I can come back.
Absolutely. Starting with this first training session will set a great foundation for Shadow, and we can definitely work together to create a plan for ongoing training in the future. Now let's move on to some health information. Does Shadow have any medical conditions or dietary restrictions we should be aware of? And is he up to date on vaccinations?
He is up to date on all his vaccinations. He has his rabies shots, his tetanus shots, and he really doesn't have any diet restrictions. Usually just give him ground turkey, ground chicken, and vegetables, so he's eating healthy, and he doesn't really take any medicine, and he's a really healthy dog.
That's wonderful to hear. It sounds like Shadow is in great health and has a balanced diet. Thank you for sharing that information. Now let's talk about your schedule preferences. What days and times work best for training sessions? We offer weekday and weekend options for your convenience. Would you prefer in-person training at our facility, virtual sessions, or a trainer coming to your home?
I'm interested in both. So either a trainer coming to my house. I would love for him to get familiar, with the area, and also, with the trainer itself. So he's kind of in his own environment. Doesn't feel endangered. And I also would prefer, if he did go to like a little facility, if you guys have that available. And also too, with my schedule, I am pretty open during the afternoons and midday. I do currently work during the mornings and sometimes at night. So during the day is pretty feasible, and I'm available Monday through Friday. I got a really good schedule for him.
That sounds like a great plan, Ray. Having a trainer come to your home can definitely help Shadow feel more comfortable, and we also have a facility where he can train in a different environment. Since you're available in the afternoons and midday from Monday through Friday, let's find a time that works for you. Would you like to start with an in-home session, or would you prefer to visit our facility for the first session? And do you have a specific day in mind?
Yes, I would love to go to your facility to try it out. Next Monday would be really perfect. And then maybe from there, kind of get them familiar-wise, coming back at home and also getting trained with the trainer.
That sounds like a great plan. Let me check our availability for next Monday at our facility. What time in the afternoon would work best for you? We can accommodate sessions starting from 1 p.m. onwards.
1 p.m. would be great.
Perfect. I've scheduled your appointment for Shadow's first training session at our facility next Monday at 1 p.m. Now, regarding payment, our initial consultation is XX, and packages for training start at XXX. Would you like to pay online now, or do you prefer to handle it during your first session?
I prefer to handle it in my first session. Is cash available?
Yes, cash is absolutely fine. You can pay in cash during your first session. Thank you for letting me know. To recap, your appointment for Shadow is scheduled for next Monday at 1 p.m. at our facility. We'll be focusing on behavioral corrections to help with the barking, and I'm excited to see the progress he'll make. If you have any questions before your session, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for choosing Positive Pet Academy. We're looking forward to meeting you in Shadow. Have a possum day.
You too. Have a good one.